Hello everyone, welcome back to the weekly market updates. I'm Shaurik Adgawad. So this week we have seen the minutes of FOMC meeting, inflation numbers for India and US both, and fresh tariff threats and much more. But Indian markets remained unresponsive to all this and traded in a very tight range of only 1 to 2%. If we see the frontline indices remain in a very tight range, however, we have witnessed some kind of recovery in broader indices after the steep fall of the previous week. An interesting fact has come up in a recent research done by the DAMS Capital regarding the recent trend in the FIS ownership in Indian markets. The FIS ownership has definitely gone down to its decadal low in the NSE 500 listed companies. However, on diving deep, we have figured out that it's not that they are exiting completely. However, they are reallocating their investments. While their stake in Nifty 50 has definitely gone down, but their stake has gone up in the small and mid-cap sides. Similarly, the numbers came for the promoters' ownership of India Inc. and it is a cause of concern as their ownership has gone to the decadal lows. The only silver lining here is that this data is for December end, and of late we have witnessed that promoters have started buying in their companies. Although their quantity is very less, but still it counts. Now let's understand the behavior of the markets to the momentum in the major indices. इस हफ्ते निफ्टी और बैंक निफ्टी, as I've already mentioned, the frontline indices बहुत ही टाइट रेंज में ट्रेड करते हुए नजर आए, जहां निफ्टी ने लगातार 6 दिनों तक अपने 22,800 के लेवल्स को क्लोजिंग बेसिस पे बचाया, बट फाइनली आज के ट्रेडिंग सेशन में हमारी क्लोजिंग 22,795 पे हुई. However, in case of broader indices, mid-cap and small-cap, both the indices have closed in the positive territory with more than 2.5% of gains on week-on-week basis. However, in the previous week, these are the indices which have seen the major correction of 9 to 10%. This week, the sectors which have been beaten down in the previous week have rebounded, and metals, energy and construction sectors have closed in the positive territory with gains of 3.82% to 0.5%. इस हफ्ते ऑटो, फार्मा और मीडिया सेक्टर नेगेटिव टेरिटरी में बंद हुए with more than 4% of negative returns, and the impact of recent tariff threats from Donald Trump on auto and pharma sector has been clearly visible. For this week, the selling number from FIs have come down to 8,600 crores in the cash market, whereas DIs have bought for 18,000 crore for this week. हालांकि इस हफ्ते भारती एयरटेल की एक ब्लॉक डील भी शामिल है जिसमें FIs ने करीब 5500 करोड़ का माल खरीदा. Surely the quantum of FIs selling for every day has definitely come down from 5,000 a day to almost 3,000 a day. Now let's see how the commodities have performed throughout this week. So gold and silver once again have clocked positive gains for this week with more than 1.5% on week basis. वहीं Brent crude oil ने इस हफ्ते अपने डाउनवर्ड ट्रेजेक्टरी को तोड़ा और इस हफ्ते 2.6% के पॉजिटिव गेंस के साथ क्लोज हुआ. Just to put this gold rally in perspective, gold has given more than 25% of returns in the previous year, and this year to date it has given 15% of staggering returns. There has something significant is going around the gold. If you see, all the central bankers have been buying gold since past 1 year, and now the countries have also started asking back for their gold from the UK reserves. Now let's see how the international indices have performed. If we talk about US, after a long time we have witnessed that Nasdaq and Dow Jones have given negative returns for the week. US मार्केट की रिसेंट रैली में ब्रेक लगाने में, FOMC मीटिंग के मिनट्स आउटकम में, फेड ऑफिशियल्स के बढ़ती हुई इन्फ्लेशन और इमिग्रेंट्स के मास डिपोर्टेशन और साथ ही ट्रंप की टैरिफ पॉलिसीज के रिगार्डिंग कंसर्न्स ने काफी रोल प्ले किया. और साथ ही कल के ट्रेडिंग सेशन में वॉलमार्ट द्वारा कंजम्पशन स्लोडाउन की कमेंट्री ने मार्केट्स में एक नॉकडाउन दिया. However, US markets are still trading near their 52-week highs as compared to India, which has already knocked down to 15 to 20% on their all major indices. Latest on tariff threat, Mr. Donald Trump has claimed that BRICS has broke up after the threat of 150% tariff has come from his side. The backdrop of the story is that Mr. Donald Trump has threatened the BRICS, which is an intergovernmental organization of 10 countries which includes Russia, India and China, that in case BRICS tries to make their own currency and de-dollarize US dollars, then he is going to put 150% of tariffs on all these countries. However, there is no response has been made by the BRICS nations so far. SBI Mutual Fund and State Bank of India in collaboration have launched a Jan Nivesh scheme जिसके अंतर्गत 250 रुपए से भी SIP को स्टार्ट किया जा सकता है. India's top 5 export destination on the basis of Y-on-Y growth में सबसे आगे नंबर 1 पे रहा जापान, followed by US and UK. In a positive development, India forest reserve have rose by 7.6 billion and reached to $638 billion by the end of this week. This week, a major block deal has happened in the Bharti Airtel to the tune of 8,500 crores. Bharti Airtel के प्रमोटर इंडियन इन्वेस्टमेंट कॉन्टिनेंट ने अपने स्टेक सेल किया, जिसमें 2,000 करोड़ का स्टेक भारती के दूसरे प्रमोटर भारती टेलीकॉम ने खरीदा और साथ ही 5500 करोड़ की बाइंग एफआईज और डीआईज ने मिलाकर की. The auto sector in whole and Mahindra and Maruti in specific has seen the pressure after the entry of Tesla in the Indian markets has already been sealed. Indian government की नई EV पॉलिसी के अंडर टेस्ला जैसे इंटरनेशनल ऑटो प्लेयर्स के लिए काफी बेनिफिशियल होगी, क्योंकि अब उन्हें कमिटमेंट करने से पहले इंडियन मार्केट्स को टेस्ट करने का मौका मिलेगा. Because as per the new policy, if any international player is investing more than $500 million in the Indian market, then they are eligible for importing fully manufactured 8,000 cars per year for next 5 years. But the only clause is इन कार्स की वर्थ $35,000 से ज्यादा होनी चाहिए. This is it for this week. We'll come up with more information next week. Till that time, stay tuned with us. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.